and I will present you today what I call UX marketing. So I'm Ginny. I own a marketing agency in Northern Virginia. And it's been 3 years and a half, and it's been about a year and a half that I created what I call UX marketing, which is something brand new. It's how do we bring user experience into marketing, which will make a lot of sense. It's not complicated, and I will just present you that today, and I will present you this in a way that how it empowers women, because it's a women's summit, to build your own brands. So if you are building a brand, if you have a business, if you have anything, even a hobby, and you want to show it to the world, that's exactly what UX marketing is for. So when I'm sharing, when I'm going to talk on my presentation, I'm not going to see the question, but please ask questions. I'm going to check and I will answer a question at the end. I have some time. You have also links, and I will share also so there is a chat, and I share the links in the resources so you can fill a form and download the presentation. So all the presentation will be downloadable at the end. All right, so a little bit about our agenda. So, what we will learn, women in business, a little bit about my story, women in branding, how do we market differently? If we do, what is UX marketing, how it can work for us, real example, and how to get started with your own brand. So first, in reality, so we are not a lot in business. I mean, I know a lot of women who have actually businesses, but we are still very it's not general. Most of the women who own businesses don't make that much revenue. It's harder, even for me. I see that it's always harder to get clients, harder to get known, harder to get funding. So there are some PAs and gaps for women entrepreneurs. So that's what this summit is for, and that's hopefully what we are trying to solve with all this. Um, so first, my story. So I created this company 3 years and a half ago. It's not my first company, but still, it's hard. Branding is a struggle. It's like you have to create a lot of things. You have to just get out there, and when you have a brand new company, it's difficult. So I launched VDS in October 2021. First, I was UX focused, more designer, and slowly I switched to marketing because the demand was there. I developed UX marketing, which is not a rebrand. It's not the name of my company. It's just a methodology that bring UX with marketing. And then I built tool for that to work with my clients. My main client is a company who work for the US government to help military relocating. So I work for companies who need from their customer high trust, which is why I created UX marketing, because it's you can do marketing, but what is very hard is to get the trust of the people to use your services and product. And that's when you really need a marketing that is trustful, and that a marketing that people can rely to. It's not a lot of, it's funny because people are like, okay, you do marketing, can you do an ad for me? I was like, yeah, I can do ads, but ads is not, it's okay, but first it's not organic, so you have to pay a lot of money, and it's not like long term. So really having a thing that you can rely on long term and just set in place and just keep keep doing your job, because your job is not doing marketing, your job is something else. So I also spoke. So I developed that. I work for so military, healthcare, and tech mostly. Um, I have a client who have a fashion brand, luxury fashion brand. So I'm really open to every type of clients, but that's sort of the clients I'm getting. I work mainly for referrals. And in March, I spoke at the CXO conference, which was another conference. That was my first speaking event, where I got an award. So it was pretty cool. And then I was like, okay, this is great. And I want to do more speaking events. So that's sort of also why I am here. Um, I see time is running. So, women in branding. So, how do we brand differently? I think we have a natural empathy driven communication. We already use storytelling a lot as women, and we tend to market with authenticity. So we focus on long term. So women are naturally like tend naturally to have all the assets to work with the UX marketing, and that's a good thing. So men are often like very focused on the metrics and the analytics and the results, which is important. Data is very important, but they forget like the emotional part, the trust, the relevance, the clarity. So UX marketing is user experience marketing, so it's really placing the user at the center of your strategy. So really important, it's in the word, the user in the center. So use your empathy, use your storytelling, and bring clarity to your marketing. It's great because I repeat I say that and then I read my screen and I'm like, okay, that's what I say. So empathy, clarity, audience, journey mapping. We want not virality. We can get virality. That's good. When one post I do is getting viral, I'm like, oh, this is great. We have so much click on that one. But this is not really what you are looking for when you have a company. You don't want one post to go well and then people to forget about you. What you want is a lasting connections. You want people to go to your social media regularly. You want people to look at what you do regularly. You want people to think about you when they need these specific services. Because if you sell anything, you will always notice someone discover you first. So there is sort of a discovery, and then when they actually need your service, they will go to you to get that service. Sometimes it happens that the discovery and the need is at the same time. So I discover you and I need you immediately, and I will gets the service immediately. But most of the time, this discovery period and this actual, I'm going to sell, I'm going to buy, this service, or I'm going to buy this product. There is a real gap in between. And during that gap, people can change their mind. They can discover other people that do the same thing as you. So how do you keep them engaged during that gap between the discovery and the need? And how do you like create a connection with them, because the goal for you is to create this connection, so when they need someone like you, they will go to you. They won't go to someone else, and they don't care. And when you do that, they won't care about pricing anymore. I mean, they will care about pricing, but they won't care that you have like $10 or $20 more. Or they won't really look at that. They will look more at you as a person. So they won't be looking into the little details. They will like you as a person, and they will come to you because they know you do that thing that they need. So it's a better way to market, because then they don't look at all the details. They don't like do screen to screen comparison. They just go to you because they like you as a person. The UX marketing workflow, it's something. So I won't have time today because it's a very short time, but I will. If you're interested, you can reach out to me to see what it looks like. A workflow is basically how our actions will lead to getting clients. So I map that with a workflow, but for today, we're just going to go to the basics um, and see. So a little bit, I see a real example. So I really want to take some time, stay 10 good minutes on the example to see how you can apply that for your own brand. So first, you have to study your audience. So when you have a brand, you have a logo, you have colors, you have a font, you have a website, you have everything ready. You have to look up who is interested by your services. What is your ICP, your ideal client, ideal customer profile? And then so it's better when you have real data. Sometimes you don't. So when you don't have real data, you can also use AI. ChatGPT is really great at this stage. Brainstorming, trying to figure out who are your clients, it's really, really a good tool for that. Then when you have done that, you can find the channel where your audience is. So when you study your audience, define maybe 4 profiles of typical clients. And then when you have the 4 profiles, you ask yourself, where are they? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they just, in person? Where are these people? So you find the channels. And that's a very important part, because the mistake is to market on channels where these people are not, and to use your time and energy to market to people where they are not just there. I heard a lot of people, oh, I want to be on TikTok. I'm like, this is great. But are there really people on TikTok, or do you just want to be there because because you like it, because it's just something that you want to do, but you have no idea if your target market is actually there. So I really think it's important, especially with small budget, to find the channels to find exactly the channels you want to be. You select like three, you select two. You don't have to be everywhere. You just have to be where your audience is. Then when I create, especially for social media, for blogs, for every content I'm creating, I'm focusing on one topic per month. And this is great because we have only 12 months in the year. So you have to find 12 topics. 12 it's good. It's not too small, it's not too much. It's a good number of topics you have to find. So you find a topic for each month. And this topic will be related to what is happening in the world or what is happening in the calendar. For example, right now it's summer. So whatever you brand, you can relate to this period of time. We know the kids are out of school. So what's going to be the topic of your social media post, article, newsletter related to what people are living right now? And that's very important because that creates more engagement and people relate to what you share to them. Because if you talk now about something that's going to happen, like, I don't know, in the fall, it's like, okay, but it's not, I'm not in this mindset right now, so I'm not going to take this information that well. So really focusing on one topic per month and staying in that topic, it's really important. Then scheduling in advance. There is nothing worse in marketing when you have to share at the last minute. When you're not ready and you just share your post every day. You shouldn't like just open, I don't know, LinkedIn, type your post and share every day. It's like it's you can do that, but it's not a good strategy and it's not a long-term strategy. So that's why we define one topic per month. And then we write basically everything's going on for the month. We write the blogs, we write the newsletters, we write the blog post, and then we schedule everything. So you don't have to, you can go back and share a special post about a special thing that just happened, but it's not like day-to-day work for you. It's more, it is scheduled, I know it's running, I know my topic is good, and I'm just interacting with the people who's going to answer. So follow up, engage, and repeat. Basically, I'm going to engage with the people and lead I'm receiving, but I'm not going to use all my time every day to be like posting on Facebook every day. I cannot do that. I have like 6 clients at the moment, and I cannot share on 6 multiplied by 3 or 4 social media every day. So everything is scheduled in advance, and we have engagement, of course, every day, but it's not something we need to address immediately. And there is really an exchange and an engagement through time. So the positive outcome of doing things like this and really going back to one topic per month is to have trust, credibility, and a steady growth. Because people know you are consistent, you are relevant, and you just keep sharing important information and information they like, so they like you. To go into the detail, just 2 minutes. If you schedule like for social media, I always have the question how much. Usually I schedule 3 to 4 posts per week. I don't do every day. Some channels I do every day. It's really rare because you need really to have a high engagement from people to share every day. Um, for a company and a business, usually 3 to 4 times a week. It's more than enough. You don't have to be there on the weekend if nobody will be there on the weekend. I know my website on weekends is sort of dead, but I'm not there. I'm not here either. So it's like my company, because it's a B2B, it's really business to business, is more working during the weekdays. And that makes all sense. And I'm not trying to bring people back from being at the beach to look at marketing on weekends. It's completely stupid. So my company is more active on Monday, on Tuesday, and on Thursdays, and then it's sort of dying during the weekend, and then it's coming back. So that's very important when you schedule your social media. Think about when your audience is there. If you have like a brand, a fashion brand, it's a reverse. It's like people are more willing to buy products during the weekend. And how to start, and that's going to be my last slide, and I'm going to take some question after that. So if you want to start typing questions, I'm going to start to answer um, the step by step. First, create your brand kit, making sure you have the brand here. Without a brand kit, I usually don't get started with people. It's easy right now. You can just go online, you create your brand. You just have to have a little logo, a voice. You have to define a colors, font. Define all this because that's what is consistent. If you go to my social media, you will see I'm using all the time the same color, all the time the same font. It's just also free me some peace of mind because I know what I'm going to use. If you use Canva a lot, this is made in Canva. You can define your brand kit. It's very useful. And then everything you create, you just apply it. Easy. And you will make sure people know it's you. Because there is nothing worse than having a blue post, having a yellow post, having a green post. And then people are like, is it the same person? Really? No, no, you really have to have a brand. So then you select the platforms, you post consistently, diligently, one term per month, and you can use AI. So I have some AI tools that I've really developed right now. You can go to ai.vds.com. I'm actually going to put that in the chat. It's something I'm it's something I'm building, but really use AI. So use AI for creating stuff, but don't forget, you are the voice, you are the storytellers, meaning that AI shouldn't like invent a topic for you. You have all your topic, you know what you're going to talk about, you know what you're going to do, and AI is just here to put all your idea together. It's just a it's just a tool that helps you telling the story. You shouldn't let AIs like invent story for you. It's really I never do that and it gets crazy and you're just like, all right, I don't want that. I want AI to help me because it's great and we want time, but we don't want AI to tell the story for us. So really important how I use AI. And you keep the path and you don't give up because marketing takes time. I always take to I always tell my clients usually you need 30 to 90 days to actually get results. You cannot just start marketing today and be famous tomorrow. It's like it's a business take times to build, and it's better to do a marketing consistently, like all the time, than just posting like 2 weeks and then not posting for 2 months and then posting 2 weeks and then not posting for 2 months. It's not going to work. Whereas if you post all the time consistently, it will just work naturally for you. So really important. It is slow, but it works. It's like it's just marketing and very important. Marketing is not sales. It is something different. It's marketing is really how do I put my brand out there. Sales is okay. Sales is more direct. Sales is more like I want to sell now. I'm in front of the client. How do I interact with this? I'm in front of this potential client. How do I interact with this person? That's sales. Marketing is more how do I get this person to contact me in the first place? So here is my LinkedIn. So all the links are in the little resource tab. You can connect me on LinkedIn. You can use my first and last name. People know me as Ginny on LinkedIn. I use my Monday name, which is Virginie. You can subscribe to my newsletter. You can book a free call if you want just to discuss and talk more about that. And now I'm going to take some questions for the next 5 minutes. All right, so I saw some questions in the chat. First question, can small businesses apply UX marketing without big budgets? So yes, I actually work a lot with people with small budgets. So I work a lot with startups or small business owners. We don't have big budgets. So when I'm talking small budget, I'm talking like at least 1,000, 1,500 per month. It is really hard to do with less just because I have employees and stuff. If you do it by yourself, you can certainly be a little like cheaper, but it is important to remember that you still have to create content and contents it even with AI, contents take time and money. All my graphic design are made by graphic designers. I generate some images, but I use Canva a lot, so there are some manual stuff going on. So yes, we can work with small budgets, but we need at least to have a little bit. Um, how storytelling shapes women-led branding? I think it's a really good question. When you post on social media, when I say post on social media, the thing you can post about are what is a backstage, what is happening in your companies, meaning that if you do a service and a product, how do you do it? You know, what is your everyday work? You can talk about the backstage. You can talk about how did you get there? What was your story? Like, okay, today, for example, today I do marketing, but what my story? How did I arrive? Like, how in my life I came to marketing? Some people got a marketing degree and get into marketing. It's not my story. So if you look at my social media, you will see the story is big. There is a lot of things behind it, and you want people to know that. So each time when I start talking with a client, I'm like, what is your story? We're going to share it. Where did you go? We're going to share it. So really, story will help you a lot. And a lot of really good women brands are using storytelling. So as a woman, people will like to see you, will like to would like more interacting with you. So use that at your advantage to share with others. Um, use that to do videos and podcasts. People love usually people love looking at women interacting. So it's really good for you. Are today's platform even built for how women market? Um, yes, yes, of course. It's like you can market. I mean, all the platforms that are out there are good for us. I think I love Canva, for example. I love all these brands that are really like creative with a creative mindset behind. So yes, of course, all the platforms are made for us. Last question, and I see the time is running. If you post on LinkedIn, is the time of posting and following this precious time consistently for each of the four posts important? So what I do is yes. So for some clients, I do two methods. For one client, we post every day at the same hour from what topic. For example, every Tuesday and every Thursday, we do the same type of post at 9 a.m. in the morning. It works really well. Uh, but then on Wednesday, I post every day at 10 a.m. in the morning. Don't ask me why. It's just happened to be like this. So yes, be consistent in the time of the posting is good. I won't say don't post every day at 9. Try to also figure out which day people are earlier on their computer. For example, at the beginning, if you are business to business on LinkedIn, at the beginning of the week, people will be more aware at 9 a.m. If you post on Friday at 9 a.m., I think it's a little too soon. People want their coffee on Friday at 9 a.m. So think about that when you post. Think about when people are available. It's probably earlier at the beginning of the week, later at the end of the week. Also, a really good time to post on LinkedIn. So, a really good time on LinkedIn, it's in the morning between 8 and 10. And then after, during the break between 12 and 1, just when people like go for food and will connect on social media. And also, if you are targeting business owners, after 5, because after 5 all the CEOs have their employees going home and they are going to social media at this moment. So the business owners are usually on social media between 5 and 7, when the employees goes home and they are still in the office working. So that's going to be it. I'm sorry, time is it's really short, so I hope you got all the information you wanted. You can reach out to me directly at ginny@vdsdigitalagency.com. You can connect to vdsdigitalagency.com/women rise 2025. There is a form, you fill it out, and then you download directly this presentation. So you have all the steps. You can go back to